How do we keep the spark alive when our marriages are busy, full of activities? We have kids at home. I don't know what's going on in your life, but life that's so busy really can stop us from having great marriages. This is Joyce, the Practical Christian Woman, and I want to help you love your life and your marriage. So, how do we keep that spark alive when we're being so busy? First off, we have to plan for sex. I know some people say, oh, but that isn't as much fun planning for sex as it is just having it. Well, sometimes it's better to plan for sex than to have no sex at all. And most of the time when we're really busy, we do have to plan for it. So put it on your calendar. Find a way to do that. If you've got kids at home, you'll want to find a time when they're asleep or they're out of the house. So how do we get this on our calendar? For my husband and I, for over 45 years, it's meant putting a date, a weekly date on our calendar. Sometimes that sex comes beforewards, afterwards. If the kids are out of the house, it can be during the date. But whatever. Sex is part of that date. It's doing something fun together that you enjoy doing, that gives you a chance to talk, and also having that time to reconnect intimately. One of the great fun things we done through the years is have an overnight date. Yes, when the kids were with grandma and grandpa, they were gone someplace else. We got a babysitter. But that time for just the two of us, whether we did it at home or we got to go out to a hotel, an overnight was like a mini honeymoon after years and years of sometimes it feeling like the world was just going dry and no sex life at all. How do we keep and let that fire alive? This is number 4. How do we keep that fire alive? I've had several ways. One, first off, is make sure you kiss your husband when he comes and he goes, or you come and go in and out of the house. That physical connection of touch keeps that spark alive. Fact is, best advice I have on that is touch your husband somehow. Figure out how to do it 20 minutes a day. Maybe you snuggle when you go to sleep. Maybe you snuggle as you wake up. Maybe you sit on the couch and sit close to each other and snuggle. Also, another way to do this is to make sure you sit side by side when you're out somewhere. If you've got kids, put the kids on the outside. That way, each of you only has to take care of one of them, but the two of you are together. Another way is to hold hands whenever you can. These are simple little things that'll help you keep that spark alive. One we've started doing recently in the last couple of years is when we pray at a meal, if there's just the two of us down the house, we hug each other and pray just snuggled up really close to each other. It's like, yes, we're together and we're united. And then one of the fun things to do is come up with your own words for sex. At our house, it's actually been yes. Yes, that's been my word because it meant I needed to figure out how to get enough rest, how to slow down my life, how to have time after dinner to relax so that I could say yes. Kids make your life busy, getting a routine for them at bedtime so that they were asleep and you knew you were going to get some rest. All those things are so important to having a good, intimate sex life that's full and it's there and it's available for you. And here's just one extra little one. Maybe you've said that tonight's the night for a date night and you're not really in the mood. Well, if you're not feeling unwell, may I suggest taking your time together with your husband and slowly allowing yourself to get in the mood. I'm not talking about being forced or anything here, but it's really surprising that when you go ahead and you start doing that caressing and that loving and that touching, the kissing, the snuggling, and the intimate touching, it gets more and more exciting as time goes on. It's like going, oh, well, maybe this is a good idea. So let me review those for you. First up, plan for sex. Write it on your calendar. Find your own words, your own cue, your own symbol, whatever it is, but get it on your calendar. Make sure it's on both of your calendars so you know when you have time planned for it. That way you can prepare in advance and get that rest you need. Second off, plan for a date night. Maybe that's going to be the time you have your sex. Maybe it's not. But it's something fun to do. It keeps you connected. It keeps you doing fun things. Maybe it's at home. Maybe it's candy and cokes in the backyard. Maybe it's going for a walk without the kiddos. Maybe they play in the park while you walk around the park. I don't know, but find some time. And often we have connected having our intimate time with that date night. Overnights. Plan for at least one a year, folks. Come on, figure out a way. Trade with a neighbor where you take the kids for the weekend or for an overnight, and you do the same for them. Find a way to do this. An overnight could just go, it's just the two of us. even if it's an inexpensive hotel and a cheap fast food restaurant. That time alone together without kids, without responsibilities. Ah, it just gives me the shivers just thinking about it. Then light the fire. Give us touch each other during the day. Shower together. Maybe touch him while he's dressing. Give that shoulders a rub. We give that neck a rub. Sit close together while you watch TV. Put the kids on the outside so the two of you can sit together and you have each one of you can have a hand around the kid and the other one could be around your honey. Figure out how to get in some more touching time. Kissing. Spend a little extra time with that special night that's marked on your calendar. And then come up with your own words so that you can communicate about sex without embarrassing yourselves. How's that? This is Joyce. Until next time.